Hi, this is Tariq here from stockoptionexpert.com. We're going to go through a few setups. Just want to tell you how our alert worked out the last few days. One of our big play was Twitter. Twitter, it had a nice bounce on earnings on this day here on, if you look at the date here on July 30th, and then the stock got extended and it was hitting some resistance on daily chart, and then it did pull back 1 2 3 4 last 6 days, and it kind of started to bottom here, and then we took we here is at this level here we started to see institutional call volume coming in. This was not a block trade, if some of you are you follow options, various option scanner and stuff. I was looking into block and we detected some big calls volume from institutional. That's what our expertise is, catching an institutional calls volume, and most of the time they take a few $100,000 or $1 million calls, and then with small move it's easy to make big money. And I'm just going to show you proof in a second here. Right here I went long on this day, August 20th here on this day, right at 44.92 area here. We went long here. We alerted our folks, our followers and premium members right before open here. If I could show you here on this is our premium Twitter account, Option Expert premium account is on August 20th. This is not like a blog buy. I looked at we dig into much more than just bigger calls than OI. We look more than that here. This is what we found on August 20th. Look, the post came at in fact this post came at the night 10:50 p.m. This was the total call volume when I said September calls got traded. That means it was the total in all strikes was total 17,000 calls versus 4,000 put. That means they had big portion of calls buying for Twitter than put. So also the chart was holding my support level, and it's just not one thing that we look at. We look at more than few things. And look at the date here at 20th August, and I'm going back to the chart here. Look what happened after 21st. It did test the low of the previous day. 22nd, I think it was weekend, and 21 it was holding. 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 5th, 6th. You can see what a big move this stock made. When we say institutional volume, we literally mean it. If you had even some monthly, you made over 200%. Or if you had the September 1st week call or weekly calls, it has made over 500% easily. This look, it's getting a bit extended here. Here I locked most of my profits here, around 400%, and plus I took promo 400% here, and then some of them rest of the calls has gone more higher than that. Another big one was Feye. This is Feye technology here. This one it had technically this was a double bottom. It's a bullish pattern, and also it started to get some good notes from Goldman Sachs here on, I think Goldman had a positive note on, just check me the date here, right on this day here on 21st. We took a long position on 22 here. And look at what happened. The price was at 27.50, and 1 2 3 4 5 days straight up it went up more than 13% here. It just shoot up 5 straight up here. If you want to look for proof, look on, this is my stockoptionexpert.com. On August 22nd, I said it at 120. Feye calls volume and positive notes from Goldman 2 days ago. We are all over it. It made another huge mover when everyone was waking up, looking at the pattern. Also, it had bullish RSI as well, and MACD. It just shooted up to the upside, and it went for 300% and plus for some of our members here. Also, just want to go through some of, so you might think I'm picking up all the winners here. I will just show you what some of our calls catching here. Gpro, look at here on this day, on I think before yesterday on 22nd, 28th, I did post a calls blog details. If you follow, you should know this. On 28th, I will just go back to 28th. 28th, we did see calls blog. I did post it. What I remember. Looking into it. Look at here at 11:19 August 28. This is my public account, stockoptionexpert.com. If you see, again, big institution as our specialty, we saw 48 September calls buying. They are taking a long position via calls at $185 per contract. Look at the date here on 28, and you will see what happened. On 28, I said they took a long position. Look at what happened. 29, the stock moved, opened at here at the low of 49.45, and it went up to 52.13 cents. So that's a 4% intraday move. Again, you could easily make, if you had calls, you could make 200%. Another big one, this one came out, Splk, another big one. We got, if you are a member here, we did alert some of our private members right here. This was creating double bottom here. Sorry, it created, we saw double bottom here, and then it came back. It made you look like it was going down here, and then it made nice bounce. So I think at night here on 28th, I did post that they bought calls volume in weekly. Weekly means they wanted a short-term move, big move on that day, and they come up with earnings. And I remember after hour, this stock Splk was going at, it was 7% up after hour. If any one of you followed it, it ended up going 20% during the day following the after hour. I think it had gone up to 8%. Look, I did post here that we saw big calls volume. Was it 28? You can see it here. Look, Splk, look here, I gave the details here at night. It was at earnings night, I was saying that 28, 9:41 a.m. So I remember it just moved 7%, and then I said 11,000 calls into weekly OI. That means they have a big position even right before earnings. They took a big long position, and it was expiring tomorrow. So in order to make big money, the stock had to go really up because the expiration of weekly calls was right on that day. And so they had 11,000 calls versus in the OI. Also they had 8,000 weekly calls. They bought it. So look at what happens when we see institutional call volume. You cannot just look at the volume, and you can see how stock played out. This is purely an institutional play. Look what happened. Although it opened up 7%, in fact it ended that day up 19%, 20% in fact, although it closed at 19% up, from 7% up after hour to it ended up 19%. I think the calls has gone over to 100% and plus. So this is another big mover. I just want to go through another one. Facebook is interesting. We took a long position here at low. It is in my public account. If you know, you did follow here. We start previous day. I saw calls volume. It's not here. We saw here calls volume. Our folks got alerted right before at open. If you are a premium members, you do know you got alerted before the open here. So it made nice 1.3% move, and we were long here. So this is going to be interesting. Next few days how market play out. I'm watching SPY. SPY, it's holding, had small pullback here and it got extended, so far holding. So the trend is up for now. We have to keep an eye for geopolitical matters. We can see volatility, and also it's bullish, and you have to be careful. It can go sideways as well. It's extended on RSI, so you have to make sure how you are playing. Normally, we look at the individual stocks and the institutional volume to take our long position. I hope to post more videos in the future. Thank you.